This is so much more content in terms of release of characters than I thought we would see for this update. So we are going to be covering this, and as you can see, the boy Shugesh was added. Shugesh, look at him. Look at it. Look at Borgos. Look at him. Look at him. Team Bardock. Team Bardock is a thing. Yes, a new Bardock. Yes, there's a lot here. Not only that, though, we do have LF First Form Frieza, LF Piccolo, Raditz sparking, and on top of that, we do have a Goku sparking as well. So I hope that you guys are as hype as I am. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe, of course, if you are new for more content. Things are about to go down post-maintenance, so make sure you are here to see it. Today's video like goal, I haven't asked for crazy goals on breakdowns, but I'm really hype about this, is going to be 3,000. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that we have a couple of things going on. So we have 2 separate banners. I was jokingly talking to Goresh about this, and I was like, man, watch it be like a beginning of Z theme type of deal. And literally, they call this banner beginning of Z with one LF on that banner. And then we have another banner featuring, again, the other LF and then Bardock. Now, there are other characters, like Super Vegito is on this one. And then we go ahead and take a look over here. Who was over here? Goku? Was it the... Okay, yeah, SS3 Goku. It's a little bit different, right? So different stuff going on here. And there are also ticket variations as well. They are step-up banners. Ticket variations as well. Not really seeing them. Not going to dig too deep. Here they are. And also there was apparently like some sort of joint ticket thing. Here it is. Yeah, there's a joint ticket banner thing. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Anyways, yeah, that's interesting. 5% rate, 1% rate for Piccolo, 5% for Frieza. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the characters, starting with the new Goku. He is a support type. Oh my God, please, can we get... Oh, he's not a support... Oh, he doesn't have Super Warrior. No, he doesn't have it, so I already know it's not buffing it. I was just about to say, can we get Super Warrior support? No! Okay, what do you do? New Blue Goku, another Blue Goku. Support type, good for Saiyans. Draws the ultimate card, bending Kamehameha next, plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts as well. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Okay. All right, unique ability. Applies the following effects itself when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 50% to strike damage inflicted for 20 counts. Plus 30% to key recovery for 20 counts. The following effects are also applied to self if a Saiyan Saga or Saiyan character other than this character is a battle member. Plus 50% to blast damage inflicted, and plus 30% to vanishing gauge recovery. That's a lot, man. You just gotta use him with any Saiyan and he gets that? You could use him with another Saiyan Saga character. Here's a list of the Saiyan Saga characters. But like, just any other Saiyan and you're good to go? All right, cool. Okay, so we go ahead and dip back. Wait, hold on. All these units buff Saiyan Saga? Yeah, they do. I can already kind of tell that. Okay. So anyways, he gets all those buffs. Strike damage, blast damage, key recovery, vanish gauge. He's got a lot. Vanish gauge is also sneaky good because all the Gokus have this vanish gauge recovery equip from the Legends Road event for Kid Goku. Like, that's a sneaky good thing. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to what we were doing here. So, the next unique inflicts the enemy with the attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received for 20 counts after the enemy's attack is over. So every time they hit him, that should actually count for like tap blasts and tap punches, by the way. Oh my God. Oh my God. The following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer, and plus 10% damage inflicted by allies can't be canceled up to 40. So Chi-Chi came out and recently did something like this too, where they got this stacking support buff thing. The EX Purple Chi-Chi that just came out, she does something similar. This is actually sneaky. Like, hold on. I don't want to say sneaky good a million times, but this is really good. So drawing 1 more card, it's random. It's not like a strike or blast, but still very good. Very good, especially if you have a character that gets key when they enter the battlefield or whatever. But I'm loving this. Saiyans needed more characters like this that support them. And they recently got Baby Vegeta, and that's one that's really good for this too. And they're getting another one, up to 40% and a free card draw. That's a lot. Okay. His regular Kamehameha, which is teachable, destroys 2 enemies' cards on hit. His green card restores his health by 15% one time. And he gets plus 20% to damage inflicted and shortens allies' sub count by 2. That's the most important thing. The ability to switch quicker is broken in this game. So any unit that does anything similar to that is very good. All right, the ultimate. Major impact damage restores allies' health by 20% and ki by 50 on hit. The only caveat to this is that he restores health on hit. You do have to make sure it hits, but this is like our first like ultimate that heals or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. And ki by 50 is pretty crazy. It's an automatic like full ki basically when you factor in base ki recovery too. So strike attack and defense for Saiyans. Oh my god, do it. Do it. Strike attack. Yes! 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 The only other one that was strike attack and defense, I think, was Purple Nappa. And he can't even get enough stars to get it. Yes! There we go. All right. I'm loving it. Let's take a look at the new Frieza here. So, Lineage of Evil support type. So that's very good. Lineage of Evil needed another support type. Main ability, draws the Ultimate Arts card. Such beautiful fireworks. Next, restores ki by 50 and plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 10 counts once 50 counts have elapsed from the battle start. So, you also need 25 counts to use it. So you can use it earlier than 50, but if 50 counts have elapsed, you get a bonus damage for the ultimate. So that's not so bad, right? That's not so bad. But the rest of that, drawing the card and then getting enough ki to use it basically, is automatic regardless after you've hit the 25 counts. So damage bonus, I'd rather wait for that. Applies the following effects to allies or your buddy from battle start until the character is defeated. So the buddy thing, I'm pretty positive, is for co-op. So they're now going to start adding co-ops into the unique abilities for characters, it seems. Anyways, plus 25% to damage inflicted, can't be canceled. Plus 50% to ki recovery, can't be canceled. When this character is switched to standby, applies the following effects itself if a Frieza Force or a Lineage of Evil character other than this character's battle member. Restores health by 10% and ki by 30. Reduces damage received by 35%, can't be stacked. This guy's, that's a nuts unique. Also, he's got that thing going on where he's like a Bunny Bulma, where he's just giving buffs until he's defeated from the battle start. He doesn't have to switch in and out repeatedly. So all the other Frieza characters are getting 50% ki recovery and 25% more damage. And then when he is doing the switching stuff, all this other stuff kicks in. What in the hell? Also, he's purple. Cooler was a good enough purple, but I think they did this because they really want you to use him alongside the pre-existing Pod Frieza for some reason, which I mean, like, whatever, right? But he's still pretty solid. Off that one unique is pretty cool. Applies the following effects to all enemies when he enters the battlefield. Inflicts downgrade plus 20% of damage received. Also, another downgrade of plus 5 to strike and blast arts cost for 10 counts. Knocks back enemy to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike card. Activates during assists. That's pretty good. Also, combo, which they all generally do that, right? Combo bull into special arts. And so he only, okay, so he knocks them back like SSG Vegeta, the old one. But you can only combo into green and blue cards, potentially. That's it. So, let's take a look at the rest here. Death Beam. Major pierce damage. Randomly draws one new card upon activation and restores ki as well by 15. It is also teachable to Shallot. His telekinesis. It's a long-range immobilization. So, there we go. Immobilizes the enemy. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade. Plus 20% of damage received for 15 counts. Shortens ally subcount by 3. You know, they're doing this thing. Oh, there's a new card here. They're doing this thing where these two support units are doing a crap ton of debuffs. We stopped seeing as many debuffs recently, I feel like, but we're starting to see them again a lot. So, here we go. All right. The LF, massive explode damage, applies the following effects itself upon activation. Plus 70% to ultimate damage. So, even if you don't wait another 25, you still get 70. Also, minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 3 counts and plus 30% of damage inflicted against Saiyans for 3 counts and blast armor. Okay, very good. And what is this one? Blast sustained damage up. Okay, so it gives him a blast sustained damage up debuff. Really good. Blast attack. I assume he's blast attack and defense. Lineage or... Oh, he's another double attacker? Why do they get so many double attackers? Stop. Stop this. Stop this. Stop this madness. Stop giving Lineage of Evil double attackers. Lineage of Evil / Frieza Force. Stop it. Stop it. They have enough. Stop. Okay, I'm happy about that. Cooler. Frieza's pretty good. I don't know if I think he's better than Cooler, though, but they have different play styles. That's the thing. It's really hard to gauge support units versus defense or attack types. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to actually save Piccolo. We're going to go to Raditz next. So here's Raditz, a ranged type green character, which again, Saiyans, they didn't necessarily need too many greens. I mean, they just got another one, so We'll see how this works out. He's a range type unit, I'm assuming. And look, we even had this Goku. Bardock is probably going to Zheng Kai eventually. Speaking of which, oh my God. Oh, okay, hold on. Speaking of freaking which, the only units that I would even ever care about Zheng Kaiing, I said, were Gohan or Krillin's. They are Zheng Kaiing purple Gohan. Ah! Now, Zheng Kai Renzi hasn't really made show all the way through, but I'm going to still show a little bit of what's available there in just a moment. Okay, so here we go. Raditz, which, by the way, there's a bunch of freaking EXs I almost didn't pull up here. Let me pull them up here, because I had them open, but, like, closed them, I guess. Where are those EXs at? Oh, man, this is a lot of characters. This is a lot of characters. Okay, so Raditz. Here we go. Draws a special arts card next. Green card. Plus 40% in blast damage inflicted for 30 counts. Minus 10 to own blast arts cost for 30 counts as well. You need 5 counts to do it. Unique ability. Applies the following effects to self from the battle start for 60 counts. Plus 25% to damage inflicted. So he's a very early bruiser. That's what it is. So he gets plus 25% to damage inflicted. Reduces damage received as well by 20%. Plus 40% to key recovery and plus 15% to crit rate. That's very good. It's just, again, 60 counts is very fast in the game. Especially with how, like, if you get matched up with regen, basically, he's not keeping this unique, basically. Anyways, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 15 counts when faced with an enemy Saiyan or regeneration character. Okay. So when this character enters the battlefield, he also gets a plus 20% damage inflicted if a Saiyan other than this character is a battle member. So he's going to do a lot of early on damage. His yellow card, whoa, his blast has the effect to restore his vanishing gauge? Huh? Oh, come on now. You need to stop, man. You need to stop with this. Stop making up blast cards and stuff now. Stop it. Stop that. That's very good. It's very, 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 very good. Very good. All right. So, seals one enemy's card slot on hit. The sealed card slot cannot be used for 10 counts. Another teachable move, which, by the way, Shallot is getting Bardock's armor. That is going to be live in the game later, too. Cancels enemies' attribute upgrades one time. That's very, very good. One of the following effects will also occur randomly. Inflicts enemy with the attribute downgrade plus 15% to strike damage. Not great for this guy, but either way, you can get that or you can get blast damage. Also, inflict enemy attribute downgrade plus 15% general damage. You definitely want this. If not, you want this. Unless you're running a strike heavy team, which you'd probably want that other than this guy. Which he's putting 2 blasts in your deck anyway. Are you going to be blast, attack, and defense? You totally are. Oh, Saiyan is picking up another double attacker. Oh, no, no, no. What are they doing? Saiyan's is exploding. All right, let's take a look at Gohan. With a little bit of the info in here. We don't have all of it, right? So, Awakening Power. This is the buffed version, it seems. Plus 20% to strike damage inflicted per defeated battle member when this character enters the battlefield. Also, increases own key recovery based on the number of defeated enemies when he enters the battlefield. Okay. And plus, so it's 30% for one, and then 2 battle members is plus 50%. So Fury down here, the following effects occur based on own remaining health after being hit. If you're above 50%, he gets 20% damage inflicted after being hit. Does this happen repeatedly? It seems like that would happen repeatedly. That's nuts if it does. And if you're below 50, plus 50% of damage inflicted after being hit one time. I don't know. There's not much else I can really kind of say. Minus 100% to health restoration, plus 15% to damage inflicted. I don't know how much of this is actually even live in the game right now in terms of like what's happening here. Apparently he's going to be on these banners too. Yeah, apparently he's on those banners. I don't know. Let me take a look at the summon here and see if they added his Zheng Kai banner. Maybe his info is actually not really like all the way here yet. He's going to be, okay, so he's going to be launching with Zheng Kai 1. So they might not have pushed the data for the rest of it, which makes sense. He's going to come out with Zheng Kai 1, and then Zheng Kai 7 will be available next week, basically. That's how they've been doing it for the last few of them. So we'll see. All right, here's Bardock now. Let's get down to the ending of this. So a melee-type Bardock, another one, by the way. So here we go. He also has a transformation. So there's that. All right. So transform into Traitorous Warrior. Restores own health by 30%. Plus 50% of damage inflicted can't be canceled. That's a very good unique. Especially, or main, because he gets it after 5 counts. Oh my god. He switches in and just does that. That's easy. Until one of the following conditions are met, your main ability will be sealed from the battle start. Really? One ally is defeated or 50 counts have elapsed. Oh, stop. Stop it. Come on, bro. What is this? They're just making stuff up, man. They're making... Okay, all right. I got to see him transform. That's interesting. Anyways, plus 50% to strike damage inflicted from battle start for 50 counts. Reduces damage received by 50% while inflicted with no switching. While inflicted with no switching. Oh. Oh. Freaking like Zheng Kai Buu or like Yellow Gohan. Yellow Gohan can't touch this guy at all. Wow, they know Yellow Gohan's a problem too. Yellow Gohan cannot touch this guy. So he gets strike damage, but he also becomes a super tank. And versus Yellow Gohan, he is also type effective, so he's not going to take any damage. Knocks enemy back to long range if it covers performed against Blast Starts cards. And you can combo into blue cards only. Okay. He restores health by 3% with his strike card. This has got to be one of my favorite batches ever. Like, they're just like saying F it all, man. We're just going to drop some random stuff. All right, blue card, plus 15% to special move damage inflicted for 3 counts. Whatever. Major explode damage. Okay. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 20 counts. Also applies the following effects to self based on the number of defeated battle members. 1 or more members defeated, you heal 10%. 2 or more, you get an increase in card draw speed. Interesting. Main ability is strike attack, strike attack, strike attack, and oh, they're doing this for Team Bardock. Just like Universe 2 got something like this, they stopped doing this for a long time. Actually, since Universe 2, I think. Where they go ahead and add like a specific like secondary boost kind of like deal. It's kind of weird what I'm trying to say, but you got 38% to Saiyan Strike Attack and then 20% to Team Bardock. They recently, I think, did it to the free 21 as well anyway. But they stopped doing that type of thing for a while. Bardock, oh yeah, got to transform. All right, so main ability when transformed, draws a blue card next, restores Vanishing Gauge by 100%. That's really good. Inflicts all enemies with no switching for 10 counts, excuse me. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 30 counts, and you need 10 counts to use it. He goes neutral versus blue units. And he draws a blue card. He gets a complete Vanish Gauge back. Also, the enemy can't switch. This is a really good main ability. Applies the following effects to self per defeated battle member when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 25% of damage inflicted, plus 20% of special move damage, an additional -5 to own arts cost when allied Team Bardock is defeated. Yo, the only downside is that he shares a color with Fasha, who was a really good like when defeated unit. And then also, he's a melee type, and Toro really wanted... He really only works great with blast type, right? But that being said, we have the new 2, so I'm sure the new 2 are going to make it work out just fine regardless. So here we go. What's the rest here? So he gets... by the way, it's a stacking bonus. He can get up to 50% damage and then 40% special move. That's a lot. All right, plus 45% strike damage inflicted for 15 counts when he enters the battlefield or when he transforms. Reduces damage received by 50% while inflicted with no switching. Knocks back enemy to long range, and same type of deal. Okay, still restores 3%. Now it does 20% special move damage, plus 30% more damage against Frieza Force characters on the blue card with the Final Spirit Cannon. Okay. Green card, plus 25% of damage inflicted. Also applies the following effects itself based on the number of defeated battle members. If you got 1 or more, you heal 15%. If you got 2 members, you get increased arts card draw speed level by 1 for 20 counts. Bardock is nuts. He's going to be nuts in this game. He is going to be nuts. Also, I mentioned how Bardock is a melee type, but don't discredit the fact that he himself gets this Team Bardock buff too. Team Bardock is going to... Yo, I cannot wait to try to run Team Bardock. That team is going to be so freaking fun. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait to try to run Team Bardock. Okay, speaking of which, I think it's time we take a look at the next 2. Shugesh and Borgos to wrap up, actually after Piccolo. There's so many units! All right, here we go. Let's look at Piccolo first, and then we'll go to those 2. All right, transform into Agile style. Restore his own Vanishing Gauge by 100%. Hey, if you have not liked the video, please do so. This is a long time. This is a lot of units. I thought I'd be done in like 10 minutes. Okay, all right. Transform into Agile style. Restore own Vanishing Gauge by 100%. 15 counts must elapse. The following effects occur when the battle starts. You get 20% damage inflicted by allies or your buddy, and plus 60% blast damage. Okay, hold on. This is very good. Like, it's simple. It's 2 freaking sentences, but it's very good. Not because the co-op part, that's good, but like, just giving these free bonuses to the other units, just cause. Not to mention he gets a very powerful 60% bonus that can't be canceled. That's good. This is pre-transformation too. Oh, it's not loading properly. Anyways, it looks like he has an effect on his blast card and it's not loading properly. I'll have to kind of decipher that. Restores 20% of damage received after the enemy's attack is over, up to 20% of health. Reduces damage received by 30% until the combo ends when changing cover. He has no penalty for cover. That's really good. Okay, so blast card, blast armor. Oh, okay. So his blast card does 50% more blast damage if the enemy is using blast armor. Holy crap. Holy crap. By the way, he's green, or yellow, excuse me. He's regen now. Even if he doesn't buff regen, regen gets a buff indirectly. Major explode damage cancels enemies' attribute upgrades on hit, activates 1 time. Very good. Green card gradually restores health each timer count for 60 counts and plus 10% of blast damage inflicted for 60 counts. Okay. This blast card, seal. With a 100% chance to seal 1 enemy's card slot at random on hit, the sealed card can't be used for 5 counts. Okay. Dog, he even buffs regen. Oh my god. I was really hoping it's going to be regen in Saiyan Saga. I was really hoping he wouldn't at least buff their Z ability. And he's blast attacking and defense. Oh my god. Here we go with the shenanigans. They need to stop with this regen stuff. Stop it! Alright, when transformed. Draws a special... Wait, hold on. He's giving 21 a free 20% bonus just for no reason? Huh? Oh my god. Here we go. I think Cell might have been dethroned just simply because of the unique on this guy. Cell's still really good, though. All right, so draws a specialized card next, restores own key by 50, destroys all of your enemy's cards, and you need 10 counts to use it post-transformation. Applies the following effects to self depending on the number of timer counts elapsed since you've transformed. If it's been 10 counts, minus 20 special move arts cost. If it's been 20 counts, you get a draw speed bonus, and if it's been 30 counts, you get minus 10 to your strike and blast arts cost. So after 30 counts, he gets all this stuff for free, and it's not cancelable. Okay. Restores 20% of damage received after the enemy's attack is over, restoring up to 20% of your HP. Also applies the following effects to self. If own HP is 50% or less, activates 1 time, plus 20% of damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 20%, reduce damage received by 30% until combo ends and change your cover. So 1 time when you're below that threshold, he gets these bonuses. And then if you're changing cover, he gets another 30%. That's a lot, man. Same deal with the blast card. Still, that's 50% on that. Special meme cannon. Minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 3 counts upon activation. 100% chance to inflict heavy bleed on hit, and it also has blast armor when charging forward. It's a dash forward. He has an LF on a blue card like the Namek Goku does, so there's that. All right, green card. Draws a special move arts card next. Activates 2 times. Okay, so he draws a blue card with a special beam charge. Okay, gotcha. Plus 80% to the next special move damage inflicted. Activates twice. Come on, bro. Stop that. Plus 20% of blast damage as well. I like Piccolo a lot. I think he's gonna slide into the game very well. Huh. I kind of need to see how he plays, but him and some of the others on the list. But I think Piccolo's very good. All right, Shugesh, and then we'll look at Borgos. Melee type. All right, inflicts allies with no switching. Oh my god, this is actually good. This is actually very good for the Bardock. That's very good. Okay. Plus 40% of damage. Wait, no, it can't be. You can't use that on the Bardock. That doesn't even make any sense. That's a bad thing. Because you can't switch. You can't use that. That doesn't count. The game tried to trick me. Plus 40% of damage inflicted for 30 counts as well. Reduces next damage sustained by 70%. Oh. It applies until the enemy's combo is over. You need 5 counts to use it. Okay. Unless the Bardock's thing is like if he's ever been inflicted with that, or is it when he's currently inflicted? Reduces damage received while inflicted. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. Anyways, that's just a downside because his unique is pretty powerful. They don't want you switching or anything like that. Plus 30% to strike damage inflicted for 20 counts when this character enters the battlefield. Additional minus 5 to own strike cards cost when a Team Bardock character other than this character is a battle member. The following effects occur when this character is defeated. Reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 2. And plus 20% to inflicted damage by other Team Bardock characters. Okay. Applies the following effects to self after the enemy's attack is over. Plus 25% of special move damage inflicted. Activates 3 times for a whopping 75%. And -5 as well to the cost of that card. Wow. Blue card. Inflicts forced switching on hit. Has blast armor as well. Can also be taught. Interesting. Changes blast cards to strike cards and gets plus 15% of strike damage inflicted by Team Bardock characters. Strike attack, and then another strike defense for Team Bardock specifically. Man, what are they doing? Team Bardock is going to be really good. But the problem is, like, Fasha and Tora just kind of don't really cut it. They're just old. That's what they're just old. Like, Shugesh in here destroying Dragon Balls and stuff. Like, they'll be fine. Fasha and Tora will be fine. They're just kind of old. All right, so here we go. Borgos. Borgos is a defense type. Okay, plus 20% of damage inflicted for 20 counts, restores health by 10%, and restores allied Team Bardock characters' health by 15%. So he actually restores his own health by 25 cumulative. So that's pretty good. Plus 40% the damage inflicted when at least one ally is defeated. Okay. Applies the following effects to allies when this character is defeated. Restores health by 20%, plus 50% to key recovery, and plus 20% of damage inflicted by Team Bardock. You know the only downside of Team Bardock as well, otherwise, is that we don't get access to DBS Bardock in here, and I would actually really like to use him. I mean, you can still use him, obviously. He's just not a part of Team Bardock, because this is a Z Bardock specific thing. Like, he would actually be pretty solid on this team. Especially because this reminded me of that, like the healing allies thing. Right? That's pretty good. Restores allies' health by 20%, plus 50% of key recovery, another plus 20% of damage inflicted by Team Bardock. Also, let's not forget, like, Team Bardock has this guy that can't even transform unless allies are defeated, right? Reduces damage received by 40% when changing cover until the combo is over. Plus 3 to sub count when activated. Reduces damage received by 10% when this character enters the battlefield. If a Team Bardock character other than this character is a battle member, cannot be stacked. Blue card. Plus 15% of strike damage inflicted for 15 counts upon activation. And plus 20% of strike damage inflicted for 15 counts. And cancels attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions for Team Bardock characters. Blasty, and I assume it's Blast Attack? Yeah, Blasty, and then it picks up Blast Attack. For one, I really love this Saiyan support. Like, Saiyan's just got a bunch of new Z ability buffers from all different rarities. That's really good. I love that. I love that a lot because it felt like for a while they were not buffing Saiyans enough. But they were dropping characters like SS4s, but they weren't buffing Saiyans specifically as a grouping. So I'm liking the diversity. This has got to be, like I said, one of my favorite batches. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys are hyped, be sure to hit the thumbs up and let me know as well what you guys are going to be doing. You guys are going to pull, you're going to wait. Anniversary should be in a few months. Who knows? So anyways, have an awesome day, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next one.